Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
2 people are hospitalized following a 3-car crash. What investigators say happened on State Route 397 this morning.
Also ahead, a fugitive wanted for strangulation is now in custody. The coordinated law enforcement response that ended with a missing child found in Kennewick.
Plus, an apparent failure to appear notice against Trooper Sarah Clayson, who is charged in a deadly Richland crash. Why court records, though, don't necessarily tell the whole story.
And let's go outside. A live picture from our Skycam network. This is overlooking the Yakima Air Terminal. Meteorologist Hayden Nix is in for Stacy Lee. Could some of our regions see near freezing temps soon? Find out as the news starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is October the 9th.
All right, first at 5 o'clock, a missing Oregon child found and a fugitive arrested in Kennewick this morning. In a surround and call out operation ran by the U.S. Marshals, here's what we know. The fugitive was wanted in Oregon on a warrant for strangulation and was taken into custody without incident today. The U.S. Marshals worked with the Kennewick Police Department, Benton County Sheriff's Office, and the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office to carry out the operation, which occurred at a home on Okanagan Loop.
So the child is going to be handed over to authorities from Oregon, and then they'll determine where the child goes, likely back to family.
The U.S. Marshals say they are still investigating the case and they will conduct a search warrant on the home with Kennewick Police.
Also this morning, 3 cars were involved in a crash in Kennewick. Take a look. This after a driver veered into oncoming traffic, we're told. This crash happened around 8 a.m. on State Route 397 near 10th Avenue. And 2 drivers were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, who apparently caused the crash, says he was reaching for an item in the car, which led him to veer into oncoming vehicle.
But this is a good reminder for drivers, especially our commuters in the morning or in the afternoon, to please remember that there's other traffic around you. We want you to focus 100% on driving so you can get safely from point A to point B.
We are told the person who caused the crash was driving without a seatbelt or insurance and has been charged with negligent driving in the 2nd degree.
Turning now to an Apple Valley News Now investigation. Online court records show Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson has a failure to appear notice against her. But Apple Valley News Now investigates actually dug deeper into the matter and found that is far from the whole story.
That's right. So according to records at the Benton County Justice Center, the Benton County Sheriff's Office is listed as saying Clayson failed to appear for fingerprinting. As you may recall, Clayson is accused in connection with a deadly crash in Richland in March, where her blood alcohol content was more than twice the legal limit. We reached out to Clayson's attorney to find out the reason behind the supposed failure to appear. Attorney Scott Johnson told us the notice was an error. He added, quote, "There was no court order for fingerprints. The issue of how fingerprints are being taken is also subject to litigation right now." We then reached out to the Benton County Sheriff's Office, who told us they are unaware of these concerns and actually referred us to the Spokane County Prosecutor's Office.
Now, we contacted Prosecutor Preston McCollum's office to shed more light on the issue. As of this broadcast, no response, but we continue to press for more answers. Other news, and to a follow-up, tonight we are getting a look at the man shot multiple times in Tieton earlier this week as his family asks for help during his long road to recovery. Deputies say 43-year-old Richard Knackeberg was found with serious gunshot wounds Tuesday afternoon on Trepanier Lane. That's in rural Yakima County. A woman is now in jail, facing a domestic violence assault charge in the case. Rick's family says he's lucky to be alive and has a long recovery ahead. His brother has started a GoFundMe page to help cover medical costs and support their mother through what they call an unknown journey. Turning now to First Alert weather. Stacy's off, but meteorologist Hayden Nix is in tonight.
That's right. So he has the very latest on which areas could see temperatures drop significantly.
Well, we're still on track to see some rainfall, although radar imagery right now is showing an all clear at the moment. This will be changing over the next 24 hours as things get a little bit busy with that low that's still offshore at this time. Taking a look at Futurecast, just showing you the next 24 hours here. Most of the overnight hours, we're just going to gradually see cloud cover building in. Most of any rainfall activity is going to be isolated to the Cascades area. But as we go through the day, watch what happens here. Starting Friday morning and then going into the afternoon hours, we'll gradually see a buildup of some shower activity across the area. And some of this could have a lightning strike or two, but overall nothing to worry about with this. But we are anticipating more of this rainfall to continue in our forecast as we go into the weekend. So that is just the beginning. Temperature wise, we're going to be in the 40s tonight. That's where we'll start in the morning, then heading into the 70s by the afternoon. As I mentioned, we've got more on the way this weekend with cooler temperatures and breezy conditions, which we'll talk about coming up.
Hayden, thanks so much. On the fire watch now, several fire agencies in Umatilla County responded to a structure fire just off of Thompson Road. Take a look here at your screen. My goodness. The fire broke out around noon just south of I-84. It's not yet known what caught fire, but firefighters were working more than an hour to put the flames out and hot spots. Injuries and the cause of the fire are not yet known. Stay up to date, though, at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
A mobile home caught on fire in Kennewick today just after the 1 o'clock hour. The home caught a fire in a congested part of a trailer park on Bonnie Avenue. The cause of the blaze currently unknown, but several fire engines were sent to the location to put out the flames. No one was hurt in the fire, and that firefighters say it's not believed to have affected other homes in the area. All right, turning to continuing coverage now. We have an update on the tragic death of a 17-year-old Sunnyside High School student involved in a fatal hit and run in Grandview. On Saturday, October 4th, around 10 p.m., the Yakima County Sheriff's Office responded to the 3000 block of Stover Road, where the boy was struck and killed while walking. Witnesses called authorities, but the vehicle responsible has not yet been found.
We don't have anything. It was dark, and I think the people who were on scene there were just, for a lack of a better term, dumbstruck or surprised that a car ran over the person that was in the middle of the roadway. So I think they were more concerned about their safety and paying attention to the juvenile on the roadway.
The Sheriff's Office urges anyone with information or security footage from that night to come forward, emphasizing the importance of bringing justice and closure for the young victim's family. If you have any information, you can leave a tip with Crime Stoppers.
The Yakima Valley College is celebrating receiving more than $900,000 to help support its first-generation and low-income students. This was a combination of two separate grants from the U.S. Department of Education. The grants will go toward the 2025-2026 school year. It will help YVC to continue its TRIO Upward Bound and Student Support Services program. The Upward Bound director says the program will see over $570,000 of the federal grant funding.
It just means that we can continue doing the work that we've been doing. Our program's been at YVC for over 40 years, and so being able to continue that work means supporting students in high school that want to go to college and providing services for them, being able to provide tutoring services, visiting colleges, and many other services that we provide for our students.
YVC Upward Bound program annually serves about 110 students, 9th through 12th grade, from Granger, Sunnyside, Toppenish, and Wapato school districts.
We're going to head back to Kennewick now, where Elijah Family Homes in the city is working to address the growing need for affordable housing while continuing to support families recovering from addiction and homelessness. The nonprofit currently serves 33 families in its Transition to Success program, but 7 of them still need a place to live. To help meet that need, the organization has purchased land to build 6 new cottage homes, a first-of-its-kind project in Kennewick that will provide stable housing and community support.
We have purchased a piece of property that has an existing house on it, and the rest of the property is substantial enough that we can actually put 6 cottage homes on that property for housing.
The group is now fundraising to cover the $1.5 million project cost, with help from partners like Lexor Homes, the City of Kennewick, and the Tri-City Sunrise Rotary.
President Trump today is describing the deal reached by Israel and Hamas on phase 1 of a plan to end the war in Gaza as a momentous breakthrough.
He says the release of the remaining hostages will happen in the coming days.
ABC's Marcus Moore is in Tel Aviv with the latest.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu convening his cabinet, voting on a ceasefire plan with Hamas. The deal is expected to pass. President Trump today calling the deal, quote, a momentous breakthrough.
We ended the war in Gaza and really, on a much bigger basis, created peace. And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace.
The war began 2 years ago this week. Tens of thousands of lives have been lost. According to the agreement, Hamas will have 72 hours to release the remaining hostages. There are 20 believed to still be alive. Another 28 are deceased. In return, nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners are believed to be under discussion for release. Additionally, Israel will withdraw some of its troops to, quote, an agreed-upon line. Celebrations in Israel as people learn that hostages will be released, and relief in Gaza as well. This woman saying, at least our children can go to school, go out in the streets, and we can sit in our tents without fear. The plan unveiled last week after President Trump and Netanyahu met at the White House. Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying this all fell into place in just the last few weeks.
When we were at the United Nations and you convened a historic meeting, not simply of Arab countries, but of Muslim majority countries from around the world, including Indonesia was there, Pakistan was there, and created this coalition behind this plan.
Questions remain, though, about phase 2 and the future of Gaza and the Palestinian people, many of whom have lost everything and are in desperate need of aid.
Gaza is going to be slowly redone. You have tremendous wealth in that part of the world by certain countries. I think you're going to see some tremendous countries stepping up and putting up a lot of money and taking care of things.
Well, that was ABC's Marcus Moore reporting. President Trump says he is likely going to Israel in the coming days.
Prime Minister Netanyahu has invited him to address the Israeli government. All right, following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on our coverage of the Israel and Hamas agreement, plus growing concern over air traffic control amidst the government shutdown.
Still ahead here on Apple Valley News Now live at 5, the Benton Franklin Workforce Development Council celebrates a successful year. We'll tell you what challenges are ahead.
And let's go outside. A live picture from the Richland area. Meteorologist Hayden Nix is back with your full First Alert forecast. Will we see that rain in the next couple of days? He'll tell you on the other side of the break.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope. You don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it.
We'd be happy to help you.
Making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded. It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed.
Thanks so much, Eric.
And also, just what the doctor ordered.
Need some help?
Right by your side.
Hi, Alex.
Right when you need us.
I'm gonna go grab that for you, okay?
Welcome to CVS. Join us.
Get Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year this holiday weekend at More Furniture. You'll find all the newest styles, functions, and features when you shop our gorgeous fall arrivals. And best of all, it's in stock and on sale. Plus, for a limited time with your minimum purchase of $14.99, choose your bonus. Free white glove delivery of your purchase, or we'll pay your sales tax. Visit your local More Furniture today and save big. More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
Board-certified family medicine provider Dr. Jonathan Fox is now welcoming patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic. Dr. Fox provides care you can count on, including wellness exams for adults and children, women's health, mental health services, and chronic disease management. To schedule your appointment with Dr. Fox, call 509-786-1576 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Kraken Ducks. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on MeTV.
Welcome back. The Benton Franklin Workforce Development Council is celebrating a year of progress. They just released their 2024 annual report highlighting local success stories, strategic investments, and community partnerships that strengthen the region's workforce.
So the nonprofit says it is continuing to see positive results from its programs that connect job seekers and employers across both Benton and Franklin counties.
However, leaders say budget cuts remain one of their biggest challenges, and they're actively looking for new funding opportunities to continue expanding services.
We work closely with all of our partners at WorkSource Columbia Basin and also at TC Futures. All the success mentioned in the annual report is in collaboration with our amazing partners that are located at WorkSource Columbia Basin and TC Futures. This is not something that we do on our own. This is something that, and honestly, the report is just a glimpse of the work that we do.
The FWDC also is encouraging local businesses and community organizations to partner with them to build a stronger, more resilient workforce.
New at 5 now, a local organization is giving young survivors of sex trafficking a safe place to heal and grow, and they could be looking to expand in the future. Esther's Home is the only restoration home in the state for minor girls ages 11 to 17 who have been victims of sex trafficking. Now, we do want to point out that it's kind of tucked away in northern Franklin County, and it sits on 20 acres with classrooms, counseling offices, a gym, and even horses for equine therapy. Staff say they are still hiring to fully staff the home, but they're also already looking ahead with plans to build 2 more homes in the future.
Our community has been extremely generous, and our community supports this work so that the people that need the help can get it no matter their financial situation.
Mirror Ministries relies entirely on donations and fundraising, including events like their annual gala, run, and breakfast, and also to kind of keep their services free for survivors. They have other events too.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, we've got a busy next few days in the weather department as we have an active weather pattern across the Pacific Northwest, all thanks to a couple of events and systems that will be moving through our region. So let's take a look at this with the first one. Rain chances coming in and lasting through early next week. Gusty winds, of course, and we're going to see temperatures, both highs and lows, well below normal for this time of the year. And we'll take a look at how cool things could be getting coming up with those details in just a minute. But let's start with the first culprit, our weather pattern. The offshore low right now just off the coast of Oregon and Washington in the Pacific Northwest, that's churning the moisture up and also going to coincide with a cold front coming out of Canada to really give us some decent rain chances here. It's not going to be even across the playing field. Of course, as you see this, as we put it into motion, best rain chances are going to be mostly isolated tonight into the Cascades, but there will be some changes on Friday. We do expect at least to see see some isolated pockets of shower activity moving into the valleys. Tri-Cities, Hanford, Yakima, just to name a few locations, could see some activity going into the afternoon hours. And then we start to shift gears once more in the evening, putting it back off towards the west into the higher elevations of the Cascades. But we're not done there. Saturday and Sunday, as that offshore low moves onshore, we are going to see it helping coincide with a cold front that starts to come out of Canada. As I mentioned, we'll see more shower activity really trying to play a role here as we go into the evening hours of Saturday and into Sunday. Now we kind of move into a more coarse resolution weather model, but it's just depicting and showing you that moisture is still in the area in the form of rainfall, and it will persist into Monday before we start to lose that moisture. Systems shift east. We'll start to dry things out with lower end rain chances and zero in some cases really starting to develop there, and that should be wrapping up Monday afternoon. So rain chances here for the Tri-Cities area over the coming days gradually increasing. We'll be at 40%, peaking Sunday and Monday, then down to 0 to 10% Tuesday through at least Thursday of next week. Now, let's talk about temperatures because that's another big thing here. Let's go back to rainfall, apologize there. We'll get the temperatures in just a minute. We do want to show you, we've got this graphic put together for you to give you the total estimated forecast accumulation of rainfall. Of course, the best totals will be around the Cascades where some areas could get around 2 inches plus, but for the valleys, less than 1/10 of an inch. And the blues, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to around 6/10 of an inch. Now let's talk about those temperatures there. Near normal for Friday for the Tri-Cities, but look at that, well below average for the continuation of the next 6 days after that. Peak wind gust, I did mention this as that low moves onshore. We will have some windy conditions both Saturday and Saturday night, or we can have anywhere of sustained winds ranging from 15 to 35 miles per hour. So please keep that in mind. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight, we do expect those temperatures to remain near normal with 40s. Then one more day in the 70s for most locations in the valleys, but chillier weather is coming. 59 Sunday on the Tri-Cities, 7-day forecast there with 50s and 60s mixed in through the middle of next week. Yakima rain chances, best of which for Sunday and Monday, tapering off. Then Ellensburg, we're looking at rain chances starting tomorrow through Monday. High of 48 degrees on Monday. Hermiston in the 50s by Sunday, holding that trend through Wednesday. And lastly, Walla Walla, good rain chances both Saturday and Sunday, 61 Monday, 59 on Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Hayden. Up next in tonight's Spotlight, community volunteers are fighting vandalism with art. We'll show you.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Head to Queensgate Gardens in Richland for some fall family fun. Explore our corn and hay bale maze, zoom down the dump truck slide, and try our pumpkin archery. Get creative with pumpkin painting, play laser tag, and enjoy our U-Pick flower fields. Make fall memories at Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday starting at 4 p.m.
Allergies got you trying every trick? Grab Zyrtec for total relief. It works fast and lasts a full 24 hours. What are you waiting for? Go Z's the day with Zyrtec.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, John of Devil Dog will hand out 60 of his treats to 60 good dogs.
Yeah, good boy.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, Scott from Stringjoy will pack 60 guitar strings in 60 seconds.
2.
Thought that would take a lot longer.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary obligated to act in your best interests.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a transparent fee structured so we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
The Bears and the Commanders, Monday Night Football at 5, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, we are back now with the Spotlight. Here's a cool one. A group of volunteers from a nonprofit organization in Walla Walla got their painting supplies for a good cause. A team with the Walla Walla Crime Watch replaced graffiti with a mural of trees and handprint flowers, but they say they could still use donations to purchase even more supplies, so connect with them. If you have an idea for the Spotlight, send it to us through our social media platforms, X, TikTok, Nextdoor, Facebook, and Instagram. Final weather up next.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in the region. Upgrade your kitchen with the spacious LG refrigerator with its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity. Keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. The Smart ThinQ technology allows you to control and diagnose your refrigerator from your smartphone. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with Sausage McGriddles and more breakfast favorites. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage, just like I was?
Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner with melting Pro V pearls.
Locks in moisture to repair 6 months of damage for resilient, healthy-looking hair. If you know it's Pantene.
Your sisters are running early.
Early? This headache.
We've got an hour. Try Painquil.
The max strength liquid pain reliever that starts working fast. Painquil, the aches, pain, strains, head pounding, back aching, fights pain fast medicine.
A new season begins with new opportunities and new faces. The Kraken kick things off at home as they look to fly past Anaheim. Kraken Ducks coverage begins at 7 tonight on MeTV.
Next ET, our Kate Hudson exclusive. Plus, NCIS Origin star Kyle Schmidt and Matlock Sky P. Marshall spill the ET. Then, on set of 911 Nashville. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Let's get one last look at those 7-day forecasts across the area, starting with the Tri-Cities and Yakima. Notice tomorrow temperatures at their warmest over the next 7 days. With those 70s in there, we can kiss those goodbye. We'll be in the 60s by Saturday, 50s by Sunday. Rain chances in there, pretty decent for the weekend. We'll see that tapering off after Monday. And take a look at Walla Walla, 58 Sunday, 59 Tuesday. Rain chances over the next 6 days. And Hermiston will keep rain chances, best of which over the weekend into Monday.
kissing 70s goodbye.
I know, yeah,
no.
I saw it right when he said that. You're like,
oh, okay. Well, that makes me sad. But this makes me smile. Your reason to smile. This is from Alan, and just a gorgeous shot here of the paddle wheeler. And that was this morning on the Columbia. So that is absolutely beautiful with the reflection there out in Richland. If you would like to get your weather photo on air with us, it's easy. Just scan that QR code at the top of your screen. And as always, a big thank you to Lifetime Dental Care for sponsoring this.
And a big thank you for watching us here at 5. World News is next. We're back at 6. Hoping your news is good news.
We'll see you then.